Fins fans, we have gone through week 16. You've seen enough videos on overreactions from the game, plus also reactions that are well deserved. That Tua didn't play well, but it is time to move forward and see what is going to end up happening with the playoffs coming. Um, right now we sit in the 7th seed at 8-7. These next 2 weeks are going to decide what happens for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the playoff scenarios of what I think is going to happen, who's going to win, who's going to lose, and I'm going to do it in a way where everyone can see. If you're from a different fan base, you're going to see it from the Dolphins' perspective and also from every other NFL team's perspective. What I think is going to happen in the next 2 weeks to decide the playoffs. So Cowboys at Tennessee. I think Cowboys is easily that pick with Tannehill out the rest of the year. Arizona, I think they're going to end their season terribly. They're going to lose to the Falcons. Lions versus Bears. If the Bears follow the Carolina Panthers plan of running the ball against the Lions, I see the Bears winning this matchup. Jags on a roll. Obviously, having the Texans in the way is not going to be a hard matchup. I believe that. I don't believe in little fluke wins for terrible teams at the end of the year, because they do come at least once or twice a year. Denver Broncos versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Broncos have fired Nathaniel Hackett, so we'll see how the team responds. But you're facing the Chiefs. Like, come on now, it's gonna come. So here's a big one for us: the Dolphins. You know what? We'll skip the Dolphins game for right now. Colts at Giants. I think the Giants gonna win this one just because they're at home. The Colts can easily pull this game out, but I do see the Giants winning this one. The Saints at Eagles. Gardner Minshew with the Eagles looked well against the Cowboys, so if he's going to play again this week, they're probably going to smack the Saints as well. Panthers at Bucks. The Bucks just survived a game that it's so bad for the Bucks, but the Bucks are at the end of the year. They need to win, and this is where Tom Brady needs to shine, and I think he will do so. Cleveland at Washington. Cleveland lost. Washington didn't look great either. I think I'm still going to give Cleveland the win there. I just think that's how it's going to work out. I think it's two crappy teams. It's going to be the shit show of the week, honestly. So I'm going to pick them. 49ers at Raiders. Another AFC game. It's not going to matter towards us, but I don't believe in San Francisco as much as everyone else does, and I think the Raiders will bounce back with a win against the 49ers. Jets at Seahawks. Now Mike White is planning on returning, so I had Seahawks before this, but if Mike White is back, I'm going to pick the Jets over the Seahawks. Minnesota Vikings at Green Bay. NFL's trying to get Green Bay to the playoffs, so I'm just going to go Green Bay, and you see right there, they get in by that, beating Minnesota. The Rams at Chargers. As much as I want to say the Rams, after putting up 51 points, Chargers are a different beast of themselves, and I believe they will win this game. And to move on, Steelers at Ravens. If Lamar Jackson is back this week, I will go Baltimore. But with Tyler Huntley, different story. I think Lamar Jackson was close this week, did not play. Now they need to put Lamar Jackson in this week. It has been proved that they need Lamar Jackson. Buffalo at Cincinnati. Buffalo's on fire. Cincinnati's really hot. I'm going to go Buffalo in this game, though. I just feel like Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow. I'm going to take Josh Allen in that matchup, especially playing for a number 1 seed. The Dolphins at Patriots. Now we're going to get to this. Mac Jones, being a dirty player he is. I hate Mac Jones. I hate the New England Patriots. They relit that fire under me of wanting to beat them, wanting to sweep them every single year. So I'm going to go Dolphins over Patriots. If it was Zappy, maybe I'd be a little bit more scared, but it's Mac Jones, and I'm not scared of him. And as you can see, how the playoffs are playing out right now with how I have it playing out. First seed's Buffalo. Miami's in the 7th seed right now. And obviously you've seen that Green Bay is now in the playoffs with my predictions. Bucks at Falcons. You know, I think Bucks are going to win this to put themselves into the playoffs. Just move forward and win that game. And I think that's exactly what they'll do. Buffalo, you're against the crap Patriots. I believe you'll win that game easily. Minnesota, you need another win to just put yourself on top. Now, if they lose this game, I don't even think it matters. They'll be stuck there no matter what. But I'm going to go Minnesota in this game. Just because I don't think they're going to beat the Bears. Ravens at Bengals. This is a huge game for seeding. And I'm going to have to say, if Baltimore has Lamar Jackson, they'll beat the Bengals. Now, Lions at Packers. Once again, NFL trying to get Green Bay. Like, this is for the playoffs here. And I think Green Bay is not going to lose their playoff spot to Detroit, as good as Detroit has been this year. Now, Houston at Indianapolis. Lock themselves in at the first overall pick. Lose to the Colts. That's simple. Titans at Jags. Jags are going to win to put themselves locked into the playoffs, winning the AFC South for them, which is a great victory lap to take after not starting the year so great to being a playoff team is one hell of a story. Of course, going to skip the Dolphins game for right now. Panthers at Saints. This could go either way, but I'm going to take Carolina in this matchup. Doesn't really matter there. Giants at Eagles. I'm going to take the Eagles, lock in their first seed in that game. Browns at Cleveland, or Browns at Pittsburgh. I'm going to have Pittsburgh tape that match. And Pittsburgh, 8-9 season, not bad. Obviously, I'm going to have the Cowboys over Washington. I just think it's that simple. Nathaniel Hackett, of course, gone. Chargers going to run over the Broncos. I think the Broncos are just going to take it on the chin and give Seattle a top 3 pick. Kansas City at the Raiders. I'm going to take Raiders in this matchup because they're at home. And the game shouldn't matter to the Chiefs in the end. Of course, they can win, but that's not going to get them in. Cardinals at San Francisco. Cliff Kingsbury is going to get fired. Have San Francisco winning that game. And Rams at Seahawks. I'll have the Rams win that one. Baker Mayfield wins, puts his case up there to be the Rams starting quarterback next season if Matthew Stafford does retire, or he can walk in free agency. Now, Jets at Dolphins. Lost the first game in New York because we did have a third-string quarterback playing. But, I think back then, too, it would have lit up the Jets. Who knows what will happen this time? Tua doesn't have that many career starts against the Jets, surprisingly. So I'm going to go If we lose this game, it's completely for playoffs. This game. And I think we will pull out and win this game. It is literally for playoffs. Either way this game goes. If the Jets win, they're in the playoffs. If the Dolphins win, they're in the playoffs. Playing to go into Kansas City and try to beat the Chiefs in that game. Tyreek Hill going to want to beat the Chiefs. Bradley Chubb's going to want to play the Chiefs. He hates the Chiefs. But this is how I have it playing out. Buffalo gets... I said Buffalo. That works out pretty well, though. Buffalo in the first seed. Miami at Kansas City. Los Angeles at Baltimore. Cincinnati and Jacksonville. Philadelphia gets a bye in the first seed. Green Bay at Minnesota. Giants at San Francisco. And Dallas at Tampa Bay. I think that's your playoffs. And if I had to guess, teams to come out of the AFC, either Kansas City and Buffalo, or San Francisco and Dallas. Surprisingly. I know I said I don't believe in San Francisco, but once again, Kyle Shanahan finding a way to win always. They could easily get to the AFC Championship. So that is my playoff prediction for the Dolphins. I do think we make the playoffs at 10-7. We'll see what happens. Whoever we play, hopefully we get a better matchup than the Chiefs. I would like to win a playoff game and then go and face a big team like the Chiefs. But who knows? But that's going to be it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. More videos coming at the end of the season.